Hello everyone, welcome back to Fit to Lead, the podcast for people who want more out of life. I'm your host Sarah, and every week I'm here to help you overcome challenges, build better habits and feel amazing in your body. Because when you feel strong, you lead strong too. So let's dive in. So in today's episode, I want to share with you my top 5 healthy travel food tips. There's something that I deal with day to day and trying to stay on target and consistent. So first thing I want to talk about is protein. So protein is really, really important for us, as we know. Not only does it make you feel fuller for longer, it also supports your muscle and it stops us from snacking. So if you are prone to like the little odd snack here or there, making sure that you're getting your protein in every meal, like I say, keeps you fuller for longer, so it will stop you from snacking on those naughty treats. I want to share some of my go-to proteins that I use especially when I'm traveling away. And obviously they fit in your bag nicely and they don't take up too much room, or they are accessible in any local supermarket or convenience store. So one of my go-to proteins is the Greek yogurt pouches. They sell them almost anywhere. I tend to stick just to the plain Greek yogurt because I find that that's lower in sugar. Obviously, if you start adding more flavor to it, the sugar is a little bit higher. So just be aware of that. Also, you can get your hands on the ready-to-drink protein shakes. So these are also available in your local stores and in chocolate or vanilla and strawberry flavor, I believe. Another go-to of mine is boiled eggs. I love a boiled egg. If I haven't already boiled 6 or 8 to take with me, then I know that I can find them in the salad section in Coles or Woolies. They are a little bit pricey, but just to get your protein in. And if you like a boiled egg, you can grab them there. And you've also got your hot chicken, always guarantee in Woolies and Coles that you can get your hot chicken. And you've got your tins of tuna and salmon, which I've had on occasions, and I've not been the biggest fan in the aircraft because when I opened the tin of tuna, people were not liking the smell. So, but this girl needs to get her protein in. So that's the most important thing, is to, wherever you go, whatever you do, is make sure protein first. Always think protein first. I need my protein. And the second one that I want to share with you is when you are in these situations away as crew or even on your holidays and you don't have as many shops around. You might just have the local convenience store up the road, and it might be a bit of a walk to the supermarket and late at night. So that convenience stores it is. If you haven't got any other choice, then off you go into the convenience store. So what can you find in a convenience store? Well, first of all, the prices are a little pricey. So we do have to be mindful. But if you haven't got any food and you need something, some ideas that I've come across and when I've had a look is to the fresh fruit cups. You can buy them. Sometimes they're in syrup or they're just plain. I tend to go for the plain ones, or you can just buy fresh fruit. There's normally whole fruit, apples, bananas, or whatever in those convenience stores. They normally have some lingering around. Protein bars is always a good source of protein to grab. Just be mindful of the sugar intake because some of them are quite high in sugar. So have a look at the ingredients and always get the lowest sugar and lowest in saturated fats. Always aim for 15 grams and above with the protein bars. Always look to make sure that they are more protein than there is anything else. And I tend to find the higher the protein content, the lower the sugar intake on those protein bars. I don't know about you, but sometimes I stand in the supermarket because I think I just need something, you know, and I look and I'm looking and I'm like, there's so many protein bars. I have no idea which one to go for. So it's a real minefield out there. You do need to do a bit of research. Also, another good little snacky option is some hummus and vegetable sticks. So sometimes you can buy these in a pack together, combined together. If not, you can just buy the hummus on its own and then just chop up some carrot and cucumber and capsicum. That always goes down well. And also mixed nuts. You can buy these in any supermarket or convenience store. So, especially the convenience stores that they do tend to have the little pots of nuts. Just be mindful as well not to go over the top on the mixed nuts, because again, some nuts do contain higher fat content. So palm size is all you need just to go with your yogurt. That's a nice little mix. And also with the convenience stores, you'll find if you're wanting a drink, they only have normally Coke and Sprite. I tend to just go for the sparkling water, and then I can just add a slice of lemon in that if I need any flavour. So sometimes, it is out of your control, and, you're not going to be perfect at all, like none of us are, but it's about making the right choices and the best, whatever's available to you. What is the best? Just stand in the shop. I tend to stand in the shop and think to myself, what is the best option here for me to have? So you can quite easily build yourself a little meal that's reasonably healthy. And that's what takes me into my next topic is airport. So building meals at airports. So again, you know what it's like rushing around, especially if you've got children, and it's just all so much trying to get through security, all your bags, checking them in, and everyone's hungry. And the first port of call normally, let's go to McDonald's because A, it's easy, and B, it tastes good, I guess, if you like that. But, if you're wanting to stay healthier, there is other healthier choices that you can make. So again, going back to making sure that first port of call in your mind should be protein. Okay, so what can I have? What can my protein be? I tend to head to the salad bars. There's always a salad bar in the airport where I mix myself a salad. 9 times out of 10, they have the chicken or some kind of protein that you can add to it. Failing that, you could always throw a couple of tins of tuna into your bag and add that to the salad. So there's some good, airports are getting a lot better now. Like years ago, they really didn't have much option, but they're almost like little shopping centres now. I know in Melbourne, you can go into the airport and it's like a little shopping. So you've got a bit of everything there. You can do your Christmas shopping there if you want to. I mean, it's expensive, but you've got a bit of everything. So there's more flexibility around, food choices, now I'm finding. And, this brings me to, we do have a sushi as well, which, is always a really great option as a snack. Sometimes that's my go-to. I tend to stick to brown rice with avocado with no extra sauces or anything. But that's a really good option. You always have the restaurants as well there. You grabbing your breakfast, or depends what time of day it is, evening meal or whatever. Before you get onto your flight, you think, I might just have something substantial. If you are one of those that are going in and sitting at the table and ordering, then again, protein first is what we're thinking. What can I have? And obviously you're not cooking this, so you have got no control of how this is cooked. So you do need to ask if you have got an option of fish or chicken, there's always an option of having it grilled or fried. So again, we're making that healthier choice, and it's, for me, always grilled. So that's a healthier choice rather than being in deep fat oil. And then normally it comes along with chips and everything else. I tend to ask to not have the chips if you're having an evening meal, and I get extra sides of veggies. So I may have the chicken or fish with vegetables plus an extra side of veggies, or I have it with salad and then I add veggies. So I've got lots of greenery going on, but I've always got my protein there. And no one's going to slap your hand if you have some chips, that's absolutely fine on the side. I tend to have sweet potato fries if I'm going to have anything. But I'm not a great lover of deep fried food. But yeah, so if I was to choose, it would be more of a sweet potato fry. And if you're going with the breakfast option and you're having, like on the menu, there's always a big English breakfast where you have all your fried eggs and sausages, and mushrooms. I mean, it sounds lovely, but when we're thinking, if we're trying to stay healthy, we need to think, okay, well, my eggs need to be a bit healthier. So I always go for poached eggs because that's the healthiest option. Or boiled, it's up to you. And I go between the two. If I'm having a breakfast, I normally have the poached. And then I like some avocado and some veggies on the side. If you're going for the poached eggs on toast, sometimes they have the hollandaise sauce all over it. I just ask for anything I'm eating. I always ask for sauce on the side because there's no harm in having your sauce. But when they put it on for you in these restaurants and cafes, there's no control. They just pour it on. Whereas if you have it, a little tip is if you have it on the side, you can still have it, but it's portion controlled and you can just add the small bits, and less calories, I say. So it's about choosing to be a bit healthier. Just for this. Then my next thing on what subject I want to talk about is hotel survival. So obviously I stay in lots of hotels all the time and it's a real challenge when it comes to eating because you don't always want to spend lots of money on room service. I mean, that option is there. And if I was to choose that option, I would do the same situation as what I would do if I was in a restaurant and ask for grilled fish or chicken and add my veggies. So that's what I do with room service if I was. But 9 times out of 10, I've either got my food prep or I walk to the shop. So if I'm walking to the shop, I'm grabbing out of Coles what I've spoken about before, my chicken, my meals that are ready to go that you can get from the supermarket, your little muscle chips and meals that are already planned for you with the calorie intake, or you can grab the bags of veggies that you can microwave. And I always ask the hotel when I arrive if I could have a microwave in my room. Most of the time, they will give you a microwave, not a problem. Some hotels already have microwaves set up in their laundry rooms in the basement, or you can ask them to heat your food up for you. But on occasions, I have actually asked for a microwave and they've given it to me. So that makes it so much easier because you can go out and grab what you want. Again, this stops you from ordering in Uber Eats and you're kind of getting some fresh air, like we've spoken about previously in my podcasts, how important it is to get out and get fresh air. You're actually conquering two things at once. You're walking out and then you're grabbing your food and coming back and heating it up in the microwave. So some of the other small things, for breakfast, instead of ordering room service before you go off on your travels, we go back to the protein shake and fruit. You can buy those. You can either take your own protein or you can buy them out of the shop. And you're also available the little oat cups as well. So some people like oats in the morning and you can buy these from the supermarket and heat it up in the microwave. So these are all small little ideas that you can do without not even eating, because some people don't eat breakfast or they skip it because they don't think there's anything available for them. So these are just some little tips and tricks for you to help you. The next thing I want to talk about is hydration. So this is massive, especially for the job that we do. Hydration is the key because it stops you from, or helps to stop you from getting fatigue, and it keeps you strong throughout the day and keeps your mind clear and strong. So I'm not a great lover of just plain water. So I tend to buy the Hydrolyte out of the shop. My favorite is strawberry and kiwi at the moment. And I just tend to pop one of the little tablets into my water And I find that I drink more water and it's healthy. You don't want to obviously have the whole box of tablets, but having 1 to 2 tablets per day in your water is fine. And if it means that you're going to drink more water, then, why not? Why not do it? I mean, I've found that I drink so much more water now that I have the Hydrolite, and I just find it really nice actually, and I want to drink it rather than just plain water. I don't know about you, but I just really struggle drinking plain water. And also when it's really cold, kept in the fridge, I don't like that. So I'd rather it water room temperature. I don't know whether I'm odd or whether, I'm the strange one. Is anyone else like that? Do you ever think I don't like really, really cold water? I like it to be room temperature. I just can't drink it. It's just not appealing to me whatsoever. So the first thing I do in the morning is have some water. And that's before I start having my coffee, because I'm a real coffee head. I absolutely love my coffee. I just drink black coffee. I don't have milk or sugar, but I always have water first. And then I start my day with a few cups of coffee, should I say. Yes, I am a lover, but I do try to stop the coffee after lunch. Like after lunchtime, I swap to tea. So I either have a cup of tea or a peppermint tea, which I find helps with bloating. Peppermint tea is really good. So all in all, limit yourself to alcohol. So try not to go out on those nights out and drink too much and then fly in the next day and you are dehydrated. So keeping your hydration up is really important all the time. And swapping some of your tea and coffee for like the herbal teas is also really good for bloating. And keeping the hydration really helps with obviously skin and the feeling of tiredness. It really does. And sometimes if you're hungry and you're wanting a snack, just sipping on water can help take that food hunger away. So what I've shared with you today is just some of the little tricks and tips that I use when I'm traveling, because I know that it's really hard when you're traveling and, you don't know what to eat. You don't know, what to do choice-wise. And sometimes you're too tired to even think. So always just think protein first. That's my little key to this. So that's your little travel toolkit for you. Protein first, smart, convenient store hacks, better airport choices, hotel survival tricks, and hydration that actually supports your goals. That's everything that we've spoken about in today's episode. If you have found this helpful, please share it with your friend or a fellow crew member. And make sure you're following the podcast for more episodes just like this. I just want to remind you that healthy doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be planned. Thanks for listening to Fit to Lead. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of Fit to Lead. I really do appreciate you being here and taking the time to listen. If you have enjoyed it, please share it with your friends, family, or anyone who might find it helpful. And don't forget, you can grab your free guide. The Busy Body Blueprint is packed with food ideas and practical tips to help you stay on top of your health, wellness, and mindset. To stay connected, follow me on Instagram at Fit to Lead Podcast or head over to ozcastnetwork.com for more. Thanks again for listening, and remember, stay fit to lead. Awesome.